Hi Virgo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your tarot reading for your next 48 hours. I didn't like the way I said that. A tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But don't forget to hit that like button, leave me a comment or two or several, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't joined this Virgo tribe already. And I'm hearing your calm vibes will be appreciated. And I did channel the message or receive the message right before recording. Wow, that was weird. Wow, that was weird. So there may be some weird spiritual occurrences or just weird, events, weird occurrences in general throughout the next 48 for whatever reason. You may be going through a bit of a spiritual experience or just increase at this time. Okay, but I do feel as if everything's purposeful in the next 48. Keep that in mind. And I do want to remind you that this is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you individually, beginning around where you're guided, when you are guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. Now hearing don't think so much for Virgo from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. Well thought out, but a little bit too much is what I'm getting. We have the Resilience card. I'm getting a very Ten of Wands vibe from this. I feel as if you're feeling like things are weighing heavy on your back, on your mind, your heart, your soul at this time. But how much weight are you giving certain decisions, certain responses from people, or certain tasks at hand? I feel like there's the potential to slip up on your words at certain points in the next 48, and that will annoy you, to say the least. But there's a need to just either laugh it off or just accept it, right? I mean, I often slip up on my words on this channel, but I either laugh it off or I just say, bear with me or excuse me, and we move right along. I mean, you may be spiritually messed with. That may be a partial reminder to not over contemplate certain weird occurrences, right? If you experience some of the things I experience as somebody who's this spiritually connected, you mind would be blown. But anyways, I do feel like you need to allow for oneself to minimize the weight you're giving certain choices, decisions, contemplations. You know, again, people's judgments are just tasks and obligations. But I do feel like there's a powerful vibe about you at certain points in the next 48. It may confuse you, okay? I do feel like there's, for some, a powerful spirit surrounding you at this time, or multiple, and that's leaving you feeling invigorated in certain ways or even a little bit restless. But I do feel like you're calm, but it's like you may just feel the need to kind of stay busy or do more. You may feel like you're not doing enough, but your body may be kind of yelling at you or telling you to slow it down. There's fruitful results flowing in, let's put it that way. They're saying are flying in, so coming in quite rapidly. I do feel like you're representing what it means to be successful in certain ways in the next 48, however that ends up working for you. But I do feel like they're saying at times you feel as if it's coming at a cost, right? Whether it's your physical state that's reminding you that you're putting in a ton of effort or have up until this point, even thinking about how you're aging, I want to say. I think that's come up in your past readings, but I feel like for some of you, it's your emotions that are floating to the surface, and that's reminding you that you have a lot going on or that you're putting in too much effort at times, but then still want to get more done. This is how your mind is working, okay? But I do feel like attraction is coming into play. Who and what are you feeling quite attracted to at this time? That's going to take a highlight for more than one reason. I even feel like colors, designs, stuff of that nature, stuff that you would want to shop for. I'm hearing bed linen, towels, housing stuff. You know, I just feel like attraction to stuff like that is coming into play as well. A need to remind yourself that you can splurge a little. I do feel like you're wanting to be more than you have been up until this point. I mean, I'm hearing being hard on yourself. If it's been rough, it'll get better is what I'm hearing. I do feel like there's an underlying need to accept, okay? For some of you to accept the extremes, whether this is extremes when it comes to being really busy, and then really slow kind of times, right, or just not a lot to accomplish or get done, or you just can't accomplish much, or the extremes of your emotions, the extremes of your energy levels. I just feel like you need to also accept, okay, what you truly want, or you just need to accept how you feel and just move on, right? I feel like there's the potential to linger with certain emotions and thoughts for a bit too long, okay, or a lot too long, depending on your situation. But I can't help but notice this this guy right here is back without a shirt. I do feel like body sensations. I'm feeling like that's spiritual if that comes into play. But I do feel there's a focus on body figure, body attraction, stuff of that nature. Finding somebody or multiple people very good looking. Okay, don't be surprised if Spirit shows you some Instagram posts or Facebook posts with, or social media in general with people, without a shirt on, or just an attractive body, or just pushing you to think about what you desire as far as physical attraction goes. Okay. But yeah, with the masculine. Yeah, I feel like you're very much in your masculine energy throughout the next 48 for one reason or another. Look it. Overly serious. Crack a smile, Virgo. That's what you're needing to be reminded of. Crack a smile. Enjoy yourself, right? Are you enjoying the tasks that you feel are necessary or obligated to do? Are you feeling that you are overly up in one's head again and wrapped up in your emotions at times and trying to figure things out, almost equation analytically-esque? That was horrible wording. There's no equation to it, okay? And it's all playing into how you're outwardly appearing, okay? Overly serious. I heard head down at times, just a little bit emotional. Again, the gateway to your soul, your eyes, will express that in one way, shape, or form. Okay, this just said lift one's head back up, all right, and keep on trucking forward at whatever pace feels comfortable. I feel like there's a need to understand that in moments of nourishment, when you're taking care of oneself, when you're watering something, however that works for you, I do feel like self-care needs to come into play. Okay, I just heard you're only showing part of who you truly are. And why is that? It speaks upon what you've been through. But I do feel like there's a realization when you're watering something and or when you're nourishing one's body and heart and soul. Okay. I just heard self-care is not an option to not implement in the next 48. And I know that was a bit backwards in the way it was worded, but they're saying it's a necessity. Okay, it's a necessity. Let's pull from the Mermaid Tarot and do some shuffling. Well thought out, to say the least, is now what I'm getting. The number 3 coming into play: success, spirituality, stuff of that nature. We have the Fool card and the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so again, a reminder to have fun, a reminder that it's good to be bold, it's good to be taking what you're wrapped up with and succeeding at very seriously, but it needs to go with the flow and just enjoy oneself all the meanwhile. This path is meant to be enjoyed. That's what I just heard. This path is meant to be enjoyed. And I really do feel as if there's going to be a moment where you're putting in work, even if you don't want to, with the 7 of Pentacles. It may be in regards to something you want to give birth to moving forward. Or you may be putting in necessary work when you don't want to and thinking about, and then while you're doing that, you're thinking about giving birth to something in the future, or the potential of which. And that overcomplicates what's at hand in front of you. So there's a reminder to stay in the zone, right? Focus on what's at hand. Drifting to the past or drifting to the potential future of one situation while doing something else is not going to benefit the quality of your work or the quality of that specific conversation. Does that make sense? There's a need to stay within the present, okay? But I do feel as if you're being pushed to recognize why you feel the need to be a little bit showy at times. But I sense that there's also a need to reground oneself. Why is money on your mind a lot, right? Why do you feel like work isn't 100% or at all fulfilling? I do feel like you're thinking about your happily ever after, okay? Home life coming into play. Again, I'm being drawn to this masculine body here. You could be thinking about your own physical figure. How can I improve? How can I improve my face complexion, my skin complexion? Wow, I feel like I'm ranting a lot in your reading. But they're saying it's purposeful. You're thinking about how much fulfillment a specific somebody or a specific opportunity will provide you in the future. Okay. I do feel like spirit will distract you when need be, but it's almost this feeling that we can't distract you 24/7. Does that make sense? You're, again, so up in your head at times, or just so focused on what could come to be or what could go wrong or what happened to then and what, you know what I mean? Or again, trying to find an equation to things, being very analytical, that they're saying, okay, that would exhaust us. You just gotta take the initiative, right? Have the mastery for oneself, okay? Or head towards that mastery of oneself by just tweaking your thought process, right? Allow for oneself to be flexible in that sense. I hope that came off in the right way. There's a reminder as well underneath it all that you're protected. However that works for you, whether you're nervous about in the beginning, you're nervous about the continuance of something, or just, I feel like for some, your financial future, it's going to differ from case to case. They're saying just take the leap. Just take the leap. It'll happen when it's meant to, but I do feel like your outlook on things does need a bit of adjusting in the next 48, and you're going to recognize at certain points, or one specific point, for some it's at the end of this 48-hour period, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light. Definitely go enjoy the next 48 hours, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Virgo.